Hello, welcome to my live video about Leo versus Cancer, who is the strongest zodiac sign. If you would like your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading from me or an astrology birth chart reading from me, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. For those of you who are new, I am an astrologer as well as a psychic tarot reader and a zodiac enthusiast. So also make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live. And I appreciate you all for being here. Make sure you like the video. So Leo versus Cancer. Here we have a fire sign, Leo, ruled by the sun, and Cancer, a water sign, ruled by the moon. So here we have the sun versus the moon, night and day. Wow. So Leo's ruled by the sun, and the sun rules creativity. It rules our zest for life. It rules our vitality. It also rules our creativity, how we express ourselves as well. It rules our connection to our childhood as well. All right, that is Leo energy. It also rules our connection to our life purpose and our higher self. Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon rules our emotional instincts, our emotional reactions. It also rules our connection to our mother and our home as well. Okay, so here we have two polar opposite zodiac signs. Cancer, who is more inward, Leo, who's definitely more outward. Right, so this is kind of a tough battle and an interesting battle. I think people would assume off the bat that Leo would win just because of their, brute strength and, strength of character and, their ability to express themselves so eloquently and, their ability to also conquer the jungle, right? But I think Cancers, sometimes have a certain edge to them as well, where they kind of have a silent strength, So I think, once again, night and day, whereas I'm wondering why I'm not seeing chats, but I just realized I have to click the live chat thingy. How's everyone doing? Thank you all for being here. Hey, Lamarr. How's everyone? I hope you guys are doing well. So we're doing Leo versus Cancer. So Leo, is a fire sign who, it's literally night and day. Leo has a more expressive outward strength that they display versus Cancer, who has a more silent kind of inward strength. So I think, these two can sometimes come off as like polar opposites in so many ways, literally night and day. I mean, think of it. Our sun sign, aka the sign that we typically associate ourselves with, when people ask you what zodiac sign are you, what they're really asking is, what is your sun sign? Right? So the sun sign is always out there. It's, the first thing that people notice about you. It's the first thing that people resonate with, either resonate or don't resonate with you, So the sun sign is so important in our chart, right? It's that outward expression, how we relate to the world, whereas our moon sign is kind of our private selves, the self that we protect and, the self that we don't like sharing so easily depending on what placement our sun sign is in. But now I'm talking astrology birth chart readings, right? So I think with these two, Cancer does have an edge over Leo in the sense that they're not more likely to not show their hand first. Leo's always willing to show their hand first. That's one thing that you guys have that either can work against you or can work for you. Because Leos are always, I'm here, this is who I am, take me or leave me. Whereas the Cancer has to definitely feel a situation out, feel a person out first. Now, I have to say, Cancers, you guys are very intuitive. Leos are very intuitive too. Let's keep it real. Leos can judge a character quite well, but I think Cancers have that ability to judge a character in terms of depth of character, if that makes sense. Like, I can almost like looking deeply into your soul, right? Like the mother can always tell because, the moon is associated with Cancer, rules Cancer. The mother, and also the moon rules the mother, the connection to the mother, right? And the family and the home. The mother can always tell when there's something wrong with their children. So in that same frame, Cancer can always tell when there's something wrong or something off or something that's holding a person back in some way, including their opponent, right? So Cancers do have that edge over Leos, in which I think sometimes they have deep intuition. They have deep insight into people, whereas Leo is kind of take me or leave me. This is who I see you as, and I'm judging based off of the character that you display, versus, a Cancer who's more so I'm basing, my judgment on the character that you display, but also the emotion you display or don't display, because the Cancer can tell that too. Hey, Leo. Hey, Angie. Hey, everyone. Hey, Nathaniel. Hey, Terrence. Hey, Sermina. Both are crybabies in their own way. I agree, Siobhan. Both are definitely crybabies. Both definitely have ways where they can, have temper tantrums as well. And all in an attempt to get a reaction out of their opponent, their partner, whatever the situation is. I do think that is true. Both of them can definitely be attention, people who like attention, all right? So these are the types of people who, for example, they're really good at masking their true emotions. So when it comes to these two zodiac signs, I think it's difficult to get them to crack, especially in terms of this battle, right? And when I say cracking, I mean your mask cracking. We all wear masks, to protect our true identities, our true emotions. And I think these two, Cancer and Leo, are like masters of not cracking or protecting their true selves, their true their true intentions, their true emotions. You have to remember that, first of all, Cancers themselves are just very protective in general, especially of themselves and their true emotions and their vulnerability, right? Leos are just great actors and actresses. Okay, so we have to keep that in mind as well. All right. Cancer is eternal strength. Cancer is eternal strength. Yes, Leo is very driven, very passionate in what they want. They will get it no matter what. Exactly. Cancer be opposite sign to Capricorn. I'll learn something today. Yes. Yes, please like the video. I see 15 people in the room and 3 likes, so I would love more likes. Your likes are your way of showing love to me, and I love you guys by doing this video, obviously. So I love your likes. Thank you so much. So going back to the battle, Leo versus Cancer, here we have Fire, who is used to burning through things, being able to burn through their opponent, burn through any mask that their opponent is able to, put on, right? Whereas a Cancer is used to feeling a person out. A Cancer is used to protecting their true emotions and masking their true selves. A Cancer's used to, if they feel threatened, they'll ice you out. They'll harden up and they won't show any emotion. That brute strength of the crab will start to come out, and then, they get mad, they start charging after you, pinching you. The next thing you know, Leo, you don't know what to do, and Cancer's got you hemmed up, right? So don't count a Cancer out in this battle. Cancer, though, we actually have emotional intelligence. This read could be juicy. Thank you. The reads could be juicy. Yes, Shivani, exactly. That's true, because, a Cancer, when they're mad, they'll start spilling tea to really get you mad in terms of your emotional. A Cancer is really, they know what buttons to push in terms of to get you in an emotional kind of, to get an emotional reaction out of you, basically. That is their realm. They that's their energy. The moon rules emotional reactions, right? So a Cancer is always trying to figure out what will make you tick, what will make you crack, whereas a Leo is just always going to try something. Like a Leo is always going to either, a Leo, there's 3 different types of Leos. Okay, a Leo the first Leo is the Leo who's all bark and no bite. The second Leo is one who is all bite and no bark. The third one is one who's all bark and all bite. All right, so you have like different, and then there's different variations. Maybe one who's all bark, but some bite, another one who's all bite, but a little bit of bark, So you have to Leos, there's different varying degrees of Leos, right? Just the same as there are different varying degrees of Cancers. There's a Cancer with a thick shell, a Cancer who with a thin shell, everything makes them crack, everything makes them emotional, so they always have to hide. And then there's the Cancer who, there's different even varying degrees of Cancer, to be honest. There's the Cancer who will stay above ground with you on the battle, and then there's a Cancer who will go up below ground, where a Leo cannot, that's a terrain where a Leo can't go. You can't go below ground unless you start digging, and that's going to take you a long time, to figure out where the Cancer is at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a tough battle in different ways. Cancer will go hard over their feelings and loved ones. Leos will go hard over their true boundaries or ego. So, love Leo with a fair reason to be standing, they will surprise you. I agree. Leos can also be protective as well. They're protective of the jungle. They're protective of their herd, their tribe, their family as well. But, they just do it in a very different way, So, I think with a Leo, it's all about pride, right? Whereas I think with a Cancer, it's all about security. You're threatening their security, what they deem as something that they need in their life to feel whole, to feel sane, to feel, like they have a place in the world, if that makes sense. So that is very true. Can't just making it in time. I know this is a side question, but Lamarr, when can we expect another music video? I have no idea, to be honest, Charles. Honestly, when I made that first video, I was just so bored. I was like, I want to make a music video. So I don't know. You never know with me. But thank you for putting it out there in my forefront of my mind, honey. By the way, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe because I also do music and art and all types of different things. So I'm not just a tarot and astrology and psychic reading channel. This could end up being a fight that turns into crying and making up drama. Exactly. Like this is a very dramatic fight. One in which, I think this is a battle of reactions, battle of trying to get the other person to react, and react in the way they want them to react. A battle of trying to predict the opponent's next move, a battle of trying to predict what will make the opponent react, what will make this person react. What do I have to do to get this person to open up in some way, to become vulnerable? Because let's be honest, Leos can, they kind of thrive on weakness in certain ways. No shade, no tea. You guys kind of thrive on weakness, and it's like, now let me also say this. When it comes to weakness, you guys can also, because you guys have this kind of thing where you can kind of build someone up or break someone down, right? So when you see weakness, you either can feel, oh no, a candle's burning. Hold on. I don't want to finish my thought. Give me a second. Sorry, y'all. I did not want that candle to crack, honey. No, man. Okay, so what I was saying is that when Leo senses a weakness in a person, they can either build that weakness up to make that person strong, or they can just use that weakness against that person, and tear them down. So with a Leo, a Cancer really has to constantly display strength, which isn't really hard for a Cancer to do, especially depending on the situation. Like if you're threatening a Cancer's, home, family in any way, their security, a Cancer will be strong. They will toughen up, and get the job done. But, Cancer, the moon also does rule a little bit of insecurity. So sometimes, even if Cancer displays a little bit of weakness, a little bit of insecurity, a Leo will feed off of that, so a Cancer has to be really strong with a Leo. Not to say Cancers aren't strong, because I think sometimes people also underappreciate or, underestimate a Cancer strength as well. Because remember, it's a silent strength, So a Cancer that's fed up, a Cancer that has reached their wit's end, a crab that is irritated will start, fighting back. So it's not until sometimes a Cancer is backed into a corner that, they will start displaying their kind of, I don't know, fiery traits, I guess. Leo and Cancer are similar but different at the same time. Exactly, Nathaniel. That makes perfect sense. I can literally picture this happening. It's quite interesting. Yes, Terrence. I think Leo would go much further than Cancer, though. So Cancer got to be ready to hear what can be taken back. Exactly. Because a Leo will, a Leo can hit below the belt, but it takes a Cancer to get a while to that point. So a Cancer has to have thick skin, has to be strong to, be able to endure the fight with the Leo, the battle with the Leo. Because the Leo will try to break you in any way they can, honey. Remember, a Leo is all about being center stage, honey, so can you handle being center stage? Can you handle, being the center of attention in some way? Remember, Cancer's the moon, so Cancer prefers to be behind the stage. Definitely not in the forefront with the sun. No. Night and day here, right? So I think in that way, a Cancer is much more of a like covert or like under behind the scenes kind of fighter versus Leo, who's just in your face, right? So I don't know. It depends. I think it depends on what we deem as strong. You know, do you deem as someone who's in your face and straightforward and is able to kind of, you know, be blunt right off the bat as strong, or, you know, do we deem silence, you know, someone who's a bit more silent, a bit more reserved, but still strong as well? You know, do we, you know, which one is stronger in our minds? Because I think sometimes a lot of people can see the passive aggressiveness of Cancer as weak, and then see the self-confidence, the natural self-confidence that Leos display as strong as well. But on that same frame, we can say, you know, someone who's able to be emotionally vulnerable, you know, who has emotional intelligence is strong, versus someone who can kind of be used to masking their true emotions through, you know, displaying strength as weak. You know, so it depends. Usually people are surprised when we attack. I love it. Yes, Tawanda. Tawanda. I think Cancer would go in first, cardinal sign, but may not endure until the end. I would just love to witness the reads, honey. Yeah, because a Leo is going to go after your self-worth. A Cancer is going to go after, once again, your security. So a Leo is going to be like, oh, well, you know, you can't keep a man anyway. You know, you're this, you're that. Whereas the Cancer is like, well, you know, that's why you come from a family that is, you know, this and that, you know. So it can be, the reads can be juicy for sure. We're literally night and day, literally night and day. Leo would endure till the end. I bet you they'll both be dressed to kill. Exactly. Because, you know, Cancer has good fashion sense and Leos do too. This is a Devil Wears Prada kind of battle, honey. Leo and Cancer would be like the lip sync challenge on RuPaul's Drag Race. I agree, Siobhan. Very dramatic, you know, very much, you know, theme music to it, all the whole nine, the whole gig. Yes, Siobhan, in their own manipulative way. Exactly. I try not to be passive aggressive. I'd rather stab you in the chest. Ooh, child. All tea will get spilled, all of it. And then sometimes these two can be sore losers. So even afterwards, you know, where they shake hands, you know, a Leo or Cancer will leave the stage, you know, reading you, you know. And then, you know, the next thing you know, here we go again, you know, another battle. So this can be a battle of like that never ends, you know. Even when you think it ends, you know, one of them, you know, getting their feelings, getting their pride. Because let's be real, Leo can be a bit of a person who can get in their feelings very easily, you know, especially when it comes to their pride. You know, the battle starts all over again. I'm dying of laughter right now. Siobhan is so funny. I love Siobhan. But she brings some good points, though, for real. You know, like there's always truth in laugh. There's always truth in the joke, I say. By the way, make sure you guys like the video, please. Make sure you subscribe. Then when you get on the phone with them after the fight, child, I know. Yeah. These two can hold a grudge. Let's keep it real. You know, Leo and Cancer can be the types of people who hold a grudge in battle. So no matter who wins or loses, there may always be some type of underlying kind of, oh, I can't stand him. I can't stand her, you know. But they still smile in each other's faces, you know, blah, blah, blah. These two can be good actors and actresses, you know, but especially Leo. Which makes Leo so shady. And like, because, you know, Cancer can be hurt by, you know, easily, they're sensitive, right? So, you know, Cancer can be hurt by someone who smiles in their face but goes behind their back and, you know, talks rude about them or something like that, you know? But don't do it too many times or Cancer will start, you know, playing your game and doing it better than you. So, you know, you have to be careful, all right? Cancers are hurtful. My family's full of Cancers. They can be definitely hurtful. You know, once a Cancer knows your wound, they will pick at it, honey. So be careful of telling Cancers your tea, what makes you tick. You know, even with the Cancer, be careful, Leo, of displaying emotion or, you know, showing your hand, because the Cancer can use that against you. And in a very sneaky, manipulative way, in a way you don't expect them to get you back, you know. Hey, Aisha, yep, people don't realize fire signs can be emotional too. Their emotional range is just on the more aggressive side. Exactly, Tawanda. I think the real winner is the witness to the fight. Yes. I agree. Because I'm telling you, this is a fight that can never end. I'm a Leo, and I feel like we don't get along well with Cancers. Yeah, this one is good. Because y'all are literally night and day, you know? So there's just certain things that Leos do that will irritate a Cancer. You know, there's certain things that Cancers do or don't do that'll irritate a Leo. Like, I can see a Leo being irritated by a Cancer because the Cancer just doesn't speak up. They don't, show emotional, reaction so quickly or fluidly sometimes. And that will trip up a Leo who's just used to displaying, their true feelings and displaying their true colors, for the most part at all times. So whereas versus Cancer, who's much more, no, I'm going to reserve who I am, until you show who you are. I'm a Scorpio with the Leo moon, so I understand what you mean. I think ultimately if Leo is to win, it has to be because the Cancer was wrong. Because if the Cancer is right, the Leo can be blinded by pride. Okay, yeah, that's a good point, Terrence. My sister is a Cancer and her boyfriend is a Leo, and I don't know if their relationship will work out. Ciao. Hey, Dina. I get along with Cancers. My soulmate is a Cancer. My best friend's a Cancer. That's good, Samina. So who do you guys think is the strongest zodiac sign here? I want to know your thoughts and opinions. Who's stronger, Leo or Cancer? Okay, I get 3 Leo. 3 for Leo. Cassandra said Cancers are emotionally unstable. Okay. Cancer, 1 for Cancer. I get along with Leo mostly because I have a Leo moon. Well, water can put out a fire. So, ooh, child, that's a good point, Tawanda. Both I feel in their own ways. I agree, Dina. I'm going to have to go with Leo, too. Okay, so that is 4 for Leo. And 1 for Cancer so far. 5 for Leo, 1 for Cancer so far. 2 for both. And that's the thing about water signs. When they see that you won't hurt them, they will open up. I think both signs have their own good qualities. I agree. That's actually a big moment of insight. When a water sign sees that you won't hurt them, they will open up. That's so true. Cancer will go into their shell if the mood changes. So true. And they will stay in their shell for eternity. That's why I'm saying this battle can go on forever. Because a Cancer or a Leo will see, Cancer is going to their shell as either weak, once again, so they think, oh, I'm the winner, blah, blah, blah. Or a Leo will be like, are you serious? You're staying in there? Oh my gosh, like they'll get mad, right? So, but then like if a Leo thinks, I'm the winner, Cancer's weak, if they start, spreading that hate, that drama, a Cancer will come out of that shell and be like, oh, really? The battle starts again, so I'm telling y'all. Fire signs fight back when water tries to put out our fires. Yes, Cassandra. Cancers are melodramatic, honestly. I agree. They can be a bit dramatic too, I have to be honest. Leo will still read on the low. They really, really will. Like, even if you all have called the truce, they can, be the types of people, just throw a little bit of shade. They walk in your house, oh, this is cute. This is nice, but there's just shade in how they say it or something like that. Or, oh my gosh, this is so much better than your last one. It's just like, so there's always that kind of underlying tea. Cancer can be the same kind of way. They can be a bit moody with you, a bit kind of, flippant, so each can be shady in their own way. Cancer. Okay, so I think I've seen like maybe 5 for Cancer, 5 for Leo, 3 for Cancer. They have such a victim mentality sometimes. I think all the water signs can have that, but especially Cancer and Pisces. My least favorite zodiac sign is Cancer because Cancer usually retaliates. Leo has the strength in executing their aspirations, but Cancer is strong because they understand others' emotions and can use for good or bad. Exactly, Dina. Leos are the ones on the tall rock hill overlooking the horizon like in the Lion King. Exactly. Cancer plays victim hard. Definitely. They can definitely play victim for sure. And I agree, Zuri, about Leo being that, being Leo. Come on, we gotta love all the signs. Without Cancer, we have no home, no mother, no love. Exactly. I love all the signs. I just do these videos for fun. And I love to see you all getting a tizzy in the comments, honey. Reading y'all, reading each other, reading me. It's all fun. It's all love. Make sure you guys like the video, by the way. I agree. So I don't know. This is a tough one. I would go with Leo, but I just feel like if I were to say Leo, then I don't know. Like there's just something about Cancer where they can kind of come back out of nowhere, and clap back, and snatch Leo together. So part of me wants to say Cancer, So this is kind of a tough one. I think, for the most part, Leo got the most votes though. So I guess it's Leo. Leo wins this one. Leos are just blunt and they get interpreted wrongly as sarcastic. I agree, Angie. This is a prime time event. It's like, seriously, Siobhan. I've had more bad experiences with Cancer. That's the only reason why it's my least favorite. Yeah, I mean, I've had bad experiences with, a lot of Cancers too. But there's just something about them where if we ever come to, be able to actually have a conversation, like I would probably, be like, I still love you, We should do Aries and Capricorn. That sounds like a good one. I don't know if I've done that one already. I'm gonna have to check to see if I've done that one. There's nothing wrong with being the middle person, Lamarr. Thank you, Zuri. Leos look strong on the putter, but we are softies, like squishy, like a sponge when it comes to the ones we love. I agree, Dina. I would love to see this fight. Me too, Siobhan. And be filled in on all the tea after the fight too. This is the fight that would make headlines, honey. And man, years after we'll still hear about these two, battling somehow behind the scenes. I like Leos because even when they're being conceited, they're not bad. I agree. Oh, outer, okay. I'm always in the middle because I can't say this one person or one thing is better than the other. I think it's that Libra energy. I'm a Libra moon, so I'm always like, well, I see both sides. It's hard to talk to them because they hold grudges or play victim or point out your flaws. A Cancer or a Leo. Hey, Nick, when are we doing Sagittarius? Sagittarius versus Aquarius. That would be a good one. Cancers can manipulate your emotions, your actions. Leo will put the smack down. Yes, they will. Let's keep the fights a surprise. It's fun that way. I agree. When you guys don't expect who I'm about to do. Well, this was really, really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Make sure if you guys want a personal reading, check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I am available. And for those of you who have purchased readings, you will get yours in a few days. And actually, you'll get it by tomorrow. I'm sorry. Or probably later today, actually. But also make sure you subscribe and hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live, and hit the like button as well. Water always puts out fire. Yeah, part of me wants to say Cancer, but I don't know. Sometimes Leos, can just be so powerful, that they can just win off the bat. So I don't know. This is a tough battle. I think it depends on, once again, the circumstances, the emotions behind the battle as well. If a Leo doesn't really have passion towards winning, maybe they'll be less lenient, and maybe Cancer can swoop in, and get Leo together. It depends, Yes, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't beat yourself up, honey. These days, you gotta work. You gotta work a couple jobs to get the bills paid, girl. It's okay. Not when oil's involved, Nick. Leo could die for his pride, though. I agree. Cancer would die for his loved ones, but Leo would do the same. Maybe that's what Cancer has above Leo as well, though. But, Cancers aren't really that prideful. They're not known to be that prideful or that, needed that, validated by things outside of them. Sometimes they are, but not always. So, Cancer does have that advantage over Leo in that way. Yes, Nathaniel. Oh, Nathaniel, I keep forgetting you're like in high school. I keep forgetting young people watch me too. I should keep that in mind at all times. Thank you for reminding me. Like, don't ask me to decide what to eat 7 times out of 10. I know, right? Because I'm always going to be like, oh, I don't care, whatever you want, Or I'll just, recommend the most basic place, just because it's basic and, everyone likes it. Like I always want everyone else to enjoy versus me enjoying, if that makes sense. It's my Libra moon. How do you know if you're in a twin flame or karmic relationship? Can you explain it too? I'm not really sure. Leo will not die without the ego still intact. Exactly. The sun is the ego, right? The sun rules the ego. Hey, Ghost Rider. How are you? How's everyone doing today? Leo is physically stronger. Cancer mentally, both weak emotionally sometimes. Okay. That's a good point, Nick. Leos will always ask what a Cancerian is doing, but a Cancer will never ask a Leo. A Cancerian always know, intuitive. True born savior. Oh my God, yes, I said to my grandma earlier today while out shopping, wherever you want to go, Granny, I'll take what you're eating. And she's a Pisces. That's a Libra. But then Libra can have a way where they, oh, let's go here. Like, and then Libra will be like, oh, but actually I don't like that kind of food, like, and they'll recommend something else. And they're like, oh, that makes me sick. Libras are those types of people as well. And it's like, oh my God, Libra, pick a place, please. Just choose. That's me, my Libra moon. That's my boyfriend when I finally get a boyfriend. All right, I love you guys. Oh, Cassandra says Leos are smarter than Cancers. I don't know. Cancers, you guys are going to have to let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, honey. I think a person's intelligence can never be measured by a zodiac sign. All right. I mean, I did want tropical smoothie, but she has never been there and has picky taste buds. So, see? And, like, sometimes when we do that, we're looking out for you. Because whatever we pick, we know you're not going to like. So, Libra will just be like, oh, whatever you want. Because the Libra can always find something, even if it's the most basic thing, on the menu to eat. And then go home and eat what they really want. So, Leo is stuck in their lives, and self-centered Cancers show concern for others' well-being. Exactly, Dina. Leos thinks Cancerians are slow. That's a good point, Born Savior. My Sagittarius sisters like that. I have to force her to make a decision. Sagittarius can be the same way, though. They can have trouble making a decision. Because remember, Sagittarius are all about the people, too. Like generosity and... Sagittarius have this way where they always don't like to pick the same thing either. Like, they like to kind of try different things. So a Sagittarius is the type of person who will be like, oh, whatever you want, and they can actually mean it. Whereas a Libra can say whatever you want and then actually hate what they end up, I don't know. It's like they do have that same energy about them. Emotions drive Cancers and that can make them weak. Yes, Nick will say, yes, Lamarr. Yes, Libra Logic. Thank you, Zuri. Mercurial. Yes, very mercurial. Exactly, Born Savior. Sagittarius is adventurous on all fronts. True. Like they'll try anything, so when they say, hey, I'm down for it, they're down for it. So I love Sagittariuses. But I'm a Sag, Mercury and Mars, born in December, Capricorn. So I love Sag energy in general. Could never date a Sag man, but they are very fun people with amazing humor. I'm down for whatever. Yes, Nick. Nick is a Sag. All right. So July 5th in the house. Yes, Born Savior. Ow. Ow. The day after 4th of July. I love it. All right, you guys. Thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. If you would like a personal reading, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Remember, I am available for personal readings. Also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live. And make sure you like the video. Follow me on my Instagram at Lamarr Townsend and my Facebook page, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. Sagittarius is like, what's good, y'all? Oh, I want that too. Exactly. Sagittarius out there living their best life. Yes, Nick. Preach. All right. I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. Until the next time, until the next video, until the next battle. All right. Yeah, I love you guys. All right. My Cancer friend pulled some shit, was feeling suicidal while babysitting my nephew and bounced. Left him home alone. I was pissed, but she's going through a dark time. Just hated that she couldn't see the bigger picture of how that affected my nephew. I agree. Sometimes Cancers can be, so emotionally involved in themselves, almost like a Leo. These two are so similar yet different in so many different ways. I'm over this battle already, but I'm still glued to it, as you can see. Lamarr the Legend. Thank you, Born Savior. He's free. Yeah, Siobhan, I know, right? I think I'm a Life Path 5. All right, you guys. Until the next battle, remember to contact me for a personal reading, all right, if you want one. And I will catch you guys in the next live. Love and light. Stay blessed. And no stress. Love you guys. Old people watch you too. I'm the oldest here today. 69 on the 16th, and I love this stuff. Love you, Lamarr. Oh, thank you, Gumbo Yaya. Love it. See you guys.